Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is the Nail Lady. So, today in this video, we are going to be completing this set, Press on Nails, which I am absolutely obsessed with. And so you know how I do, guys. If you've been subscribed or have viewed my videos before, you know that I start off with the nails already pre-painted, so I don't take up all your time. I just wanted to say thank you for returning to my videos, and those of you who are new, welcome to my channel. So I've been gone for quite some time. I know and I acknowledge, and that's simply because life happens. And a lot of life has happened. But we are going to get started, and maybe I'll give you a story time in the next video about what's been going on with me if you'd like to hear about it. In the meantime, I wanted to show you something that a lot of beginner techs, whether it be just nail techs who've not been to school or have tried new products and don't necessarily know how it works, in particular with the brand that I use Macart. And I wanted to show you something because this happens quite often. I don't know if you can see this. Yep, there you are. So this is from excess use of gel. That means the layers were put on too thick, or your lamp, UV, LED, either one, the wattage is not strong enough. Maybe a bulb or something has gone out. Whatever the case may be, it can be one of those two. So if you're seeing something where, not in this particular case, but underneath that second layer of polish, it's not completely dry, it might be wet or something, or bunches up like this, that means there's too much polish being used too thick, or you need to work on your wattage, your lamp, maybe replace your bulbs or whatever the case may be. But fret not, because there is always a way to fix it. So what do? You take something like a 240 grit I got from Young Nails. I'm going to be using, and not the whole nail because we don't want to start this whole process all the way over, but just right here we're going to lightly buff it. We're not going to file it with a strong file, the 180 grits or stronger than that, because you're going to be filing off all of this polish that you use. When you're first starting off in your business or whatever it is that you're doing, you don't want to use up all your product. So we're lightly buffing it, and we're going to check each time to make sure we're not filing too much off, or that we have it flush to the other polish. Alright, so take a look. So we have this almost flush with the nail. So I'm going to switch over to this side and just lightly buff it. Okay, so it's not taking off that first layer, it's only taking off that second layer of polish. And the simplest fix is you're just going to repaint it right here very thinly. I'm just going to buff it. And it's okay to buff, and you might get on this part of the nail. That's okay, because eventually you're going to top coat it anyway, so it's fine. It's no problem. It's just to make it a little matte. That's alright. And this is like when you are filing acrylic and you have those little ridges. When you have a fill or anything, you want that flush before you start putting on your next layer. And that's what you're going to be doing with this, essentially. Alrighty, it's looking good to me. And then you're going to take your polish. I'm using Macart number 144, gorgeous color. I'm going to wipe it off on both sides, because not only does it hold the polish on this part, but but it also holds it up here on the actual stem, stick, whatever you want to call it. So that's going to come down onto your brush. And since we're only doing this little itty bitty side right here, we're going to have basically where it's nothing on the brush, just enough to cover that area with the second layer. Make sure it's brushed nice and even. Gonna let that settle a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it into the lamp. Always, if you've watched my video, you know, always close your bottle. Anything can happen. Oh, I'm talking, boom, knock it over. Close it always. If you want to save money, always close your bottle. Me, I use my instruction card to block this light because this blue light is a bit intense for my eyes. And speaking of instruction card, I am making press-on nails now. I do include the instruction card in my kits that I package with your press-on nails. So it'll come with press-ons, it'll come with the grooming kit, and it'll come with an instruction card for how to apply. In my next video, I'll actually show you everything that comes with my grooming kit and my press-on nail package, because I'm going to show you how to apply press-ons in the next video. Alrighty, so now that we're on to the next step, let's have some fun. Okay, so with this set, I did use foil that I believe I also got from Macart, using a floral design from them. If I can find the link for you, I will post in the description. So we have the floral design here, and then we also have gold flakes, which are definitely not from Macart, but I'll look for the link for that as well. Exciting! Okay, so when it comes to foils, I do it one nail at a time because the way that the glue dries and everything, it's a little bit complicated for me to do with multiple nails at a time. I'm very particular. I'm pretty sure as a nail tech or aspiring nail artist, you're very much so a perfectionist. And so am I. I don't like to start all the way over with anything, etc., etc. So, yeah, I just do one nail at a time so I can focus on that nail. So, I'm not sure if you can quite see that, but there's barely anything on here. And actually, you see how that's built up right there on that stick, like it's about to drip off? Yeah, go ahead and wipe that excess off. See, that's what I'm talking about. And so you're going to have enough on this side. Go ahead and brush a very thin layer on it. Very nice and even all the way around. I'm pretty sure at this point I need glasses, unfortunately. You know, when it comes to looking at very small canvases, we focus our eyes so hard on these to where, you know, can bother our eyes. That's one of the many things you have to consider if you want to become a nail tech, is the things that come with it. So you're filing all day long, you're using an electric file that has vibrations that can cause carpal tunnel. You have fumes that you work with, hard gel, soft gels, whatever the case may be. The fumes from these lacquers, that's something you have to consider. The dust particles from filing, you have to consider that, even with the dust collectors. These are many things that you have to consider before even, you know, taking up this profession. You're hunching your back all day. 8 hours long, just sitting in the chair, leaning over all day long, that can get to you. Even with ergonomically, wonderful tools and seats, etc., that you have after 20 years in the profession. I'm not saying that I have it under my belt, but after so long, it gets to you, and it really wears and tears on you. You have clients when you're giving them pedicures, they're kicking and screaming because, it tickles. You have to be aware that, just so many different things that you have to consider before even taking up doing nails. But the benefits are beautiful as well. It just depends on what you're capable of. Every once in a while, stand up, do a stretch, get your water, make sure you've eaten. Don't drink coffee, don't eat onions, because you're very much so in proximity to your client, and they're like, who, this girl? She needs to go get a breath mint. You don't want that. It's just so many things to consider. So, if you have patience issues, maybe not for you. If you have an attitude issue, a lot of clients with a lot of different personalities. You know what you can handle, you know what you can deal with, and therefore, deal with it accordingly. If you can't stand feet, be a manicurist, not a pedicurist. You don't want to deal with the fumes or long acrylic nails. Hey, you can do short nails. It's something for everyone. I love short nails. That's what I'll rock with. Only reason I'm wearing longer nails in the next video is because I also am a creator to sell on press-on nails, so I have to rock my canvas. So therefore, I'm going to be wearing longer nails that appeal to a lot of people, shorter nails on occasion, but with longer nails you have more real estate, as I believe it's Susie from Nail Career Education who says that prime real estate, more to work with on your nails, so you can see a lot more. Therefore, I showcase my press-ons with longer nails, but I do prefer shorter nails. Hey, if you don't like doing acrylic, which I don't, do something else. I'm really good at hard gels. I think the clarity is beautiful. Some people don't like it. It's too sticky, it's too runny, it takes too long to cure. Because we have fast curing acrylics. Whatever you like, whatever you're interested in, you can always make it work for yourself. If you see that your career is a little stagnant, hey, do like me. I went back to school for aesthetics, so now I'm a licensed esthetician. Just it's just so many things that you can do. So with my foils, I let it sit for a little bit after it gets out the lamp because it's kind of tacky. So I let it sit, and then I'm going to apply it shortly after. So go ahead and cut up area you like. I'm going to just cut this in half. So place it where it looks the best. I like it face this direction. With me, I like more so the smaller flowers on the ring finger versus like the middle finger, which I'll have the larger flowers front and center. But with the ring finger, I like it a little off center, more leaves than flowers than the middle, because I usually like to do 2 accent nails. So I let it kind of stick up like this, so it's not actually touching this side because it's slightly rounded, so it doesn't adhere as great. The thing about this is foil is very forgiving, so if you were to have a spot that's lifted up or whatever the case may be, you can always just repaint right over it and try again. Place it in the correct placement, which I may have to do with this one because I think I let it sit for too long. can see here, one of the flowers did not make it on there. However, a lot of it did, but that one didn't, so it's okay. Take your foil, nice thin layer again, or if you're like me and you prefer less is more on a certain nail, you can always take rubbing alcohol and just wipe off the pieces that you prefer not to be on there. So that would be this here. You can leave this whole white space open if you wanted to. Here you can wipe off the leaf. I'm gonna fill that in though, but I like the leaf, so I'm gonna keep it. So just repaint it. We're gonna make sure this is lined up properly. Buggity. I even like to use nail polish to fill in any colors, because that works as well. But it's like, alright. So next we move on to the other nail. I'm shaking it so that it can dry a little bit. It's a little tacky. I didn't let it sit, guys. So that's what I mean, let it sit. Or it's gonna be giving you troubles like that one did. But it's still gorgeous, right? Huh? Listen, if you guys have any questions as far as nails, as far as looks that you might want to see me try, let me know, okay? Because I'm really in the mood for some inspirational looks. You guys, tell me how your life's going. How are things? Are you in school yourself? Are you trying a new venture? Are you going on vacation? How's family? How's the dog, right? How are you mentally, physically, emotionally? How are you? I'd love to know. So I'm going to be putting this on my left hand, so I'm going to go this direction with it. I like my things turned a certain way for specific hands. Seriously guys, leave me a comment. Tell me how you're doing. What did you do today? Are you guys making press-ons with me? Are you guys excited I'm back? I hope you are. I would appreciate that. Just leave a comment. So what I'm doing, I'm kind of flicking it, because I noticed that specifically with this foil, if you flick it, it comes off easier. It's just so weird. It really is just so weird, this foil. I have some foils like this one, where it just comes off like so easy, no muss, no fuss. So nice. Every piece you touch on the nail, as soon as it hits the nail, it's sticking on there. This one takes a little work. You'll notice in different brands, and even with the same brand sometimes, the foils are all work different. It's so interesting to note that. So I have like some silver foils for like Christmas. Those do not come off. I have some foils like kind of like galaxy nails. Those come off perfectly. But then you'll have in the same bunch one that just does not work, and you think you have it upside down or something, but no, it just doesn't work. So learn your products, guys. So speaking of multiple revenues of income, I also have a website in which I'm selling my press-ons, custom made, pre-made. You can get this kind. This is so pretty. Ooh, it's so pretty. You guys, look how pretty. I love pink, guys. I love pink. I love green. Oh well, I'm just a girly girl. Alrighty, there you go. So, because it's going to be for my left hand, you see how these gold flakes come here? and then you can't see it because it's in this, but there's gold flakes up here, opposite of each other. So we have here and here. I'm gonna do the same thing, just opposite, because it's gonna be on a different hand. So I'm actually gonna put it on this side and this side. With this, you don't need any polish, you don't need anything to help you glue it on. It just lays right down for you. So I just pull off a little bit at a time, this little gold flake here, and then I put the rest away. If you know anything about the flakes, you know one short breath and it'll go flying. So I put it away until I need it. And then with that, you see that? See how it's just flying? It's just so easy. And sit there. My suggestion, always use tweezers with these. It's just easier. This takes no effort at all. You just gotta know what you want to do with your placements. So see, it's flying everywhere. Alrighty. So here is the final looks before the top coat. Now it's time for the top coat. On my next set, I think I'm just gonna outline the nails with gold just at the perimeter. I think that'll be so beautiful. Collect here at the tip. Use it on a larger nail first, and then put the excess on this nail. Again, we're in the business of using just the right amount we need and not excessively, because we like saving our money and our polish for our new looks. Make sure you properly seal those sides so your nail doesn't end up like this one was in the beginning. I'm a lefty, so we do things a little differently. We hold our papers a little sideways and we paint our nails a little sideways. Well, I can only speak for myself and my observation, but my sister's left-handed, fiance's left-handed, grandmother's left-handed, and we all do the same thing. I don't know if you can see this all that well. There's like collection of gel right here. It's not evenly spread, so we got to fix that before we cure. And also check all the other nails, make sure they're good too. Alright, everything looks great and we cured. And again, one more time for those in the back, close your bottles. And that works for everything too, such as your nails, your foils. One sneeze and all of that goes flying away because we didn't close everything up. Hear that? That was open. Close it up. And do everything this way, because if you've been in the game for a while and you've had your mistakes like spilling your nail tips and they're all numbered, and all of a sudden you got 7s and 0s mixed in together, or 1s and 0s where they're closely the same size and it's hard to tell the difference, it's gonna suck. So close it up and you'll be good. Alrighty, that is it. Here's the final look. And I will catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Next video we'll have these nails on these hands, and I'll show you the final looks. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me and watching till the end. You have a wonderful day or evening. I'll see you next time in the next video. Have a good day. Bye.